we got our cross. We are heading to the Chicago History Museum in Chicago. This is our first time ever checking this place out, so come with us. Alright, so at the Chicago History Museum, you can learn about the Chicago Fire, some race, and the Eastland disaster. Alright, we're gonna go get some tickets. There's the old street signs.
Celery salt.
Celery salt? Get yourself a Chicago style hot dog. What?
Wait.
That's like a pillow?
Let me see, CJ.
What's it?
Lydia, CJ. Onions?
Hot dogs. Hot dogs, hot dogs, hot diggity dogs. Hot dogs. Alright, so we got our celery salt. Chicago's great food. People from all over the world come to visit Chicago and eat hot dogs, deep dish pizza. Chicago style is big and juicy, thick and heavy, spicy is delicious. Other famous Chicago foods includes Cracker Jacks, Jay's potato chips, Jelly Bellies. I don't know what that one is. McDonald's, come and get it. So McDonald's was somewhat started out here in Des Plaines, but Ray Kroc, the guy who pretty much took the idea from the two brothers and franchised it out. The big wheel bike. Being fixed. White Sox game. Poor CBJ. He looks delicious. I'm riding the elevator. Going fast. We are at a White Sox game. Are these original? These original uncomfortable chairs? All right, we're at the Sox game. These are... Oh, he's talking to me.
Hey.
Well, whoa. See, now if this was Wrigley Field, this would be more exciting.
Why is that?
Because we were gonna go to the Winter Classic. All right, so we were gonna go to the Winter Classic. Had the tickets lined up, but it was gonna cost over $1,000. So we kind of scratched that idea because we don't really have a team for the Blackhawks. Would have been cool, but not 1,300 cool. All right, so
the cranes work on a new building in the distance. The white-tiled Wrigley building is the last
we got a
building
really
visible
cool
on the far right.
explaining pictures of the Chicago skyline here.
Image 17. Another color image. This view from near the mouth of the Chicago River circa 1965 looks past an industrial scene to high-rises in the distance.
This is very cool. The Marina Towers.
Long, solid buildings face one another on the river, which bends right and disappears. The low-rise roof lines stretch wide, tracing the hidden horizon line along the bottom third of the image. Among these buildings, a full parking lot with a salt pile sits below billboards that float like picket signs. One advertises Vogue tires, and another reads Cadillac, standard of the world. Behind the signs, slender skyscrapers with their grids of glass puncture a cloudy sky. Some are recognizable, such as the gold-topped Carbide and Carbon building, and Marina City with its cylindrical twin towers, nicknamed the Corn Cobs. Others bear names in large capital letters. 203 North Wabash. Below it, the National Cash Register Company. And on the right, Chicago Sun-Times, Chicago Daily News. Image 18. This aerial view of Chicago from October 1969 is dominated by the then new John Hancock Center. The large, black, tapering building soars higher than any other in the city.
The Drake.
Indeed, at the time it was built, it was the second tallest building in the world. At about 1/3 the height, the Palmolive Building, once one of the tallest structures in the city, is topped with a Playboy sign. The Illinois Central Railroad Yard is center left, and Grant Park and Lake Michigan are beyond. In the distant right, Dan Ryan, which opened in 1961, is just
All right, City on Fire, Chicago, 1871. Imagine being chased by fire.
You want something?
It's explaining how everything was wood, sidewalks were wood, everything was wood. Will animal poop burn? Yes. Will straw burn? Yes. Coal? Yes. Oh, all that stuff burns.
Look at. Will water pipes burn? Maybe.
Maybe.
The streets and sidewalks are. Another splinter.
Everything was wood. Sidewalks, everything. Alright, so it was really hot, really dry, and windy. What'd you learn?
That
Big and fancy.
1871. Chicago is big. It's growing, and they had a bunch of sidewalks and buildings, and everything was made of wood. Like the sidewalks and the streets. Why were the streets made of wood? Everything was made of wood.
Everything's made of wood. Alright, moving on. Alright, it's laundry time. Got some washboards. Got your soap. Big old soap.
Mouth rolls up. It's all his fault and all his cleaning.
Thank you.
Mouth rolls up. It's his fault and he has to clean it.
Alright. Alright. Spatula, some grain bins. So this location where O'Leary's barn is now like the academy for firefighters now, where her barn used to be in Chicago. So it's kind of funny that that's like a firefighters academy or something now. But yeah, her building, her house actually wasn't burnt, which was crazy because the fire went the other direction, away from it. The O'Leary's home. Cool little special effects there. The barn's on fire.
Fire alarm.
There's a fire alarm, a telegraph box. There's stuff inside it.
Yeah, mechanical stuff.
Mechanical stuff.
Yeah, look, how to use the alarm box.
Oh.
Listen, a trusted citizen, so not me, would use their key to open the box.
They can open the alarm with buttons and then let go. Nice.
Nice.
The alarm
Uh-oh, CJ's trying to put out the fire. Some.
You gotta put a hat on.
All right, I got my hat. Ready, guys? Got my hose. I got my dog. We saw the Dalmatians in the neighborhood walk past our house. Hey,
He controls this.
Hey, there's 3 hoses there, buddy. We got to put this fire out. You got to help me.
Don't cross the streets.
Don't cross the streams.
I put out all the fire. I'm just too late.
Look at Mom. Look at Mom.
Can I take a picture of you
Daddy,
being
too
adorable?
late. I put out the
All right. So, very cool. You can play a little dress up here. I guess they had a pickaxe too.
Hold on, I'm learning how to become a firefighter. Listen, I'm learning to become a firefighter. Hold on.
Oh, she's putting coal?
I pulled the thing.
Is that what we were supposed to do with the bucket?
And then this is a brake. And I'm braking to be like, stop guys, chill. And
Taking a break.
yeah, it's a brake.
Oh, and Wolf was also giving calls for us.
All right. Very cool interactive stuff here. Interesting. Old fire marshal hat. It's very dark over here. We went 2 or 3 blocks when movement became impossible. Sparks and cinders now began to fall all around us. And people had to jump into the water to get away from it. Alright, so here's the burn zone. We are here. All that burns. And a lot of the artificial island and stuff was pretty much all the debris pushed out into Lake Michigan.
This is at 12 p.m.
So, all right, so October 9th.
October 9th, fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact, me and Chris started dating on October 9th.
Oh, look at that. All right. The fire has gotten worse. All right, so this is at 4 a.m. where the building is, where we're at right now, is on fire. It has spread up exponentially.
I like how they did all the puppetry. It's really cute.
They didn't let out the people in the prison.
Look, watch TV.
So they released the prisoners into the street so they wouldn't burn to death. Some really cool artwork here. Chicago in flames. What is the significance of Justin Butterfields? He's a 12-year-old, youngest of 3 siblings who lived with their parents in the city of Subdivision. When the fire reached his family home, he watched his dad and older brother will try to keep the fire from destroying it. Eventually, the fire overtook them, and they have to escape. Justin Butterfield, or that is not in English. Okay.
Look, Liddy, she's got a bunny.
So there's a letter written by Justin to Philip Prescott. Smoldering City. Tuesday, October 10th, the day after, the fire is finally out. As far as the eyes can see, there's burnt buildings. Smoking rubble, figure out what survived. Many people have lost everything. About 100,000 Chicagoans are now homeless. umbrellas they all have left. That's what they could grab as they fled, what the fire didn't destroy. Smoldering city. I had terrible penmanship even now. I am a terrible speller. It's very dark in here.
They grabbed stuff.
Their fancy jewelry.
Yes, she said.
Their hats.
Their hats and jewelry.
All the looters. So supposedly after the Chicago fire, this guy that eventually built his house in Lake Geneva bought up a whole bunch of this property, and all these people, they all left Chicago, and then he sold it all back to them, all their old land and stuff, and made a whole bunch of money. And he just used to sell like costume jewelry and stuff. And alright, here's an exhibit of a bunch of old toys that were in the fire.
That kids had left behind.
So marbles were made out of glass and they all melted together.
Yeah.
Little dollies.
Yeah.
A little music box.
That's a music box? That's crazy.
Right? Isn't that a music box?
It looks like it, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just a... It looks like one of the music things, but it all looks ceramic. Some old keys. What do we got here? A melted cup. Washers melted together. Alright, what's the big one? It's a keg o' nails.
Those are nails?
It's all nails.
Whoa.
I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really dark in here. I should have probably put my light on here. Alright, moving on. Some cups. These are all burnt. Those cups are all like melted together. All the silverware is melted together. A little pocket watch. There we go. Oh, cool, it keeps going. I was hoping we didn't have to backtrack. So it's a very pretty picture here. Julia Lamont, 29-year-old widow. Now she has to support her 5 children as well as her elderly parents. Alright, moving to the next one.
Come on, kids. Tent City.
And a bunch of... Let's see if he does. Alright, so the refugee camps.
Yeah,
The people that have lost everything.
Tent City.
Tent City.
Mm-hmm.
People have seen the destruction, gathered their belongings, they have left thousands of homes, have destroyed nearly homeless, able to stay, friends and family, and others to leave town. To the homeless. Alright, so now they got the homeless, and now time to rebuild.
That's so sad, huh?
Answer these 5 questions inspired by the different types of data applications. To find out about your
It's time to rebuild. Some of the people struggling to recover the fire with little help. Others see rebuilding after the fire as an opportunity to make Chicago stronger and safer.
Is it four more, right? Four more?
I think so.
Alright, so we got tons of stuff to read. I'm going to try not to make this really boring or whatever. So here's the depiction of Miss O'Leary and the cow kicking over the lantern. But it happened at night and stuff, so she would not have been out milking her cow that late when it happened. So she was found innocent of anything, but she still gets the blame for the fire. Really cool artworks. 2 years after the fire, 1 year after the fire. Alright, so now we're going to be pushing towards the World's Fair.
Okay.
Alright, so what? We lost everything?
We lost everything in the fire, so now we're gonna do to see if we're gonna get relief and aid from after the fire.
Alright.
We're doing the opposite.
I think we're screwed.
So with the aid, we'll get materials for a new house, we'll get food, we'll get household supplies, and a couple of free tickets for like
To the opera?
train and stuff.
Alright, we get to answer 5 questions.
Yes.
Aid applicant. Find out the help we'll receive,
Okay.
including yourself. How many people are in our family? Okay, 4 or more.
That's a lot, so.
That's me and Ryan. It's such a lot.
Oh, so larger families are screwed because the aid would run out.
We rent.
Yeah.
Technically we rent.
No. Wait, what? Yeah, what's
Oh.
happening? Oh God.
Okay, so we are born inside the US, so no.
They were inside of each other. That was so weird. Yeah, they were inside of each other. Yeah.
Okay. Religion.
Yes.
Uh-oh. No.
Yes.
We do not attend services.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
We don't believe in Jeebus.
What?
My parents work for themselves or own a business, but it burned down. in
As
the
you
fire.
know that this is not our job. We do not do this for a living.
No, we didn't. No, we don't work for us.
Well, I don't work for myself, but I am a carpenter.
The mom works at a hotel.
Okay, so we have more people in our family. Thank you for completing our application.
Go, hurry.
While you wait for your aid, Thomas' words also apply. You find out that instead of choosing to help all people equally,
It still looks the same. It looks the same.
They're talking
and
a
they
lot.
base those decisions on unfair ideas about where people were born,
Not everybody likes to read like us.
what they had before the fire.
Well, I don't have a direct line on it, so I can't hear them. And
But they're saying, like, it depends on if you were born in the U.S. and how much money you were making beforehand or how much you had.
we got our letter.
Oh, we're getting more help
More help.
because our family owned their home. Lydia pushed that on.
Chicago looks bright.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
And then determined so we can restart our businesses. Oh, so like if we had our own business, they're going to give us material so we can rebuild our businesses.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And because we speak of the
Yeah.
English.
And we can use it to build our own home again. But if we were renting, we don't get to rebuild our home.
All right, so we got Marshall Fields and Pullman. We were going to go to the Pullman Museum. So this is a guy who does the train cars. And then Marshall Fields up here.
I did one of the opposite.
look familiar?
The opposite.
World's Fair?
Yeah, look at that.
Yes.
Do we know? We don't know exactly know where this is.
I don't think they know where that one is, right?
I know. We were looking. We were researching, but I don't think we ever had a definitive placement location of where that is.
Well, if you guys know, let us know in the comments
So we can see it.
so we can see it. All right. So we are moving on. What's this?
Puppetry?
Oh, I see over
It's a puppetry.
Well, yeah, in a sense.
With the fire.
Student
Right.
problems.
A safer city. Some more door hinge. The Iroquois Theater. So this is. Are we? Did we move on to the theater fire now?
Exploded.
No, I think this is still what's affected by the fire, Chicago fire.
Hold on. Let me figure out what I'm looking at here. Okay, so every disaster is an opportunity to learn a lesson, a safer Chicago. So in the Chicago fire, so the theater caught on fire, and the doors, instead of pushing out, they pushed in. So everyone was just trampled each other, and then they couldn't get out the doors because everyone was just smashed up against the doors. So it's pretty much telling you, you know, after a disaster, they change things, they make new fire codes and stuff, you know, to make it safer. So they make the doors push out instead of opening in case, you know, people get trampled and pushed on the doors would open instead of making a choke point where everyone just trampled on top of each other and they couldn't get out the doors because then there was bodies, people dying in front of it, getting trampled and stuff. So, and I think this one was rebuilt. I think it's the Neanderthal Theater or the Oriental Theater afterwards, but I think it's the Neanderthal one now. The location of it. Here we go. So there's the information of it. So doors swung inwards. The curtains caught on fire. 602 people died in the fire. So the most to die in a single building fire. So changes were made, implemented, clearly marked exit doors, sprinklers. We got a St. Anthony Hospital fire. McCormick Place fire in 1967. What changes were made? Authority began requiring regular testing and training of local fire hydrants and other preventive technologies. National Fire Protection created new provisions. Fire safety schools that required sprinkler systems, improved exits, including other buildings. Stricter building codes were implemented using concrete instead of wood. What other changes were made for the hospital fire? Hospitals were required to have sprinkler systems, stairways, hallways, and enclosures that would slow down the progress of fires. Alarm systems were required to be directly connected to the fire department for quicker response times. Chicago fire. Enlarge, better respond to fires. Water mains were enlarged to ensure that enough water would be available for firefighters. Construction of wood frame building was banned in the city, and steel frame were required for newer buildings. So, out of disaster, they learn and build. So, this is really cool. This stuff's from the theater. The Iroquois Theater and Polish Week. So they had a Polish display downstairs, but that is over and they kind of like tore it all out. Oh, sorry, not up, right here. So there was like a Polish heritage thing here, but that is no longer here, so they must be working on a new exhibit. side. All right, so since I misspoke, and obviously that wasn't the name of the theater, it's the Nederlander. Nederlander, right?
Yeah, the Nederlander. I'm gonna go with that.
So that used to be the Oriental.
We went there to go see Frozen with Lydia a couple years ago.
Yeah. So that was the location of this theater, if I believe that I am correct.
I wish they would have pictures. So basically, the World's Fair was to celebrate
The
the
rebuilding,
rebuilding of Chicago.
Chicago, that we're back,
And they're the greatest city in the
the
world.
greatest city. And then the flag, north and south.
Yes, the blue means the the south. And the west. I'm sorry. Was it the west side? No, it was the north and the south. And then the stars are the Chicago fires, the first one, and then the second one is the World's Fair,
And obviously we have more stars now.
which I don't know what it means yet, but I guess Google. But, yeah.
So the World's Fair, we got this really cool map of the World's Fair that we got off Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool over there by Soldier Field, McCormick, or oh my God, what's the fountain? Buckingham Fountain.
Mm-hmm.
So all over there, it's all the grounds over by where all the museums are and stuff. And that's where Loki and met Mr. Timely.
Today,
What construction today? Conduit, grounded outlets, GFIs,
Cooking.
fire extinguishers, smoke alarms. All right, we are heading into the protest section. All right, some protest arts from the 60s and 70s. Lots of protest history. Got Martin Luther King over here. Alright, so we got lots of reading about protests.
I wanted to do it through those that were kind of left out of the main Mexican culture, which are the indigenous peoples.
Chicago women's liberation protests, abortion protests,
women's revolution.
boycotting lettuce and grapes.
We needed images, we needed artists, we needed our own art. We quickly gathered many other people. We thought this was a cool idea.
Lots of protesting happening here in Chicago. People just wanting to be recognized and have the same rights as other people. Louder sisters. Gay rights. Gay alliance here. Gay Pride Army shirt. Gay Pride buttons. Got Floyd. Alright, so we are back out by the main entrance. Alright, Chicago Crossroads of America. Heading in. Alright, Crossroads America. This one looks really cool. It's got the car. I think over here it shows how they got the car up in there. That's them putting it in there. Found? Some Oscar Mayer spam. Oh, Playboy drinking glass. Alright, so this is like a cable car platform, Chicago's L. Looks like if you're lucky you get to go inside there. You got more information inside. Things to stop you from sitting on the chairs.
Go that way, sweetie. I don't even know where you have to go in there.
The World's Fair demonstrates Chicago's growth and development following the Great Fire of 1871. So I took you to the Columbian Exposition. Convenient mode of transportation. What was the guy's name? His name's Victor Timely. Victor Timely probably took this to the World's Fair. Cool train. Chicago shall rise again. Alright, the Pioneer. It's Fort Dearborn?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you got the markers over there by the Chicago River.
What is this?
Alright, so Fort Dearborn. There's also the Fort Dearborn Massacre. I wonder if there are some talks about that. There's a location in the city that I would like to go and see where the massacre happened. It didn't happen at Fort Dearborn. They left Fort Dearborn, families and stuff, and then they were killed by the Indians as they were not protected by the fort walls anymore. So it protected the settlers, and it was also a fur trade. It was destroyed in the War of 1812. So you got the Potawatomi. Indians. So, yeah, the Dearborn Massacre, War of 1812, they were evacuating Native Americans. Fort Dearborn was burned down. Some soldiers and settlers who had been taken captive were later ransomed. but the Pullman, they have a national park for the Pullman stuff. Their luxury train cars that they used to make. One of the first like industrial cities, I think. A lot of noise happening over here. Stockyard. Oh man. A little meat market. Stockyards. They didn't have refrigerators and stuff, so looks like a painful chair. Oh, breweries. I'm gonna learn about some old style. Some alcohol. Oh, this is furniture. Unions, lumber industry. Steel. I'm trading Motorola. A sweet old Motorola phone. My parents had one of those. A cellular phone, guys. Sweet jacket. Global trading. Interstate signs. Transportation.
Hello there. I'm John Ebert, Chief Engineer of the Pioneer, Chicago's first locomotive. I'm heading out of town in a few minutes, going to Elgin.
He's going to Elgin. Yeah, he's going to Elgin.
You can ride up here with me and I'll tell you how the Pioneer works. Now, the first thing you have to know is that the Pioneer burns wood, not coal. And the wood is stored in the tenders, a small rail car behind the engine. Now, we got a good fire going. It's down, comes to a stop.
So Norman Rockwell paintings.
Look at all the passengers waiting for us. And the farmers, the roads, the trains.
Just love himself some Norman Rockwell.
This is a great day for the Pioneer. Now, I'll put some more wood in the fire.
We're going to go into the city in crisis.
I'll open the fire.
There's a water tower. Alright. This is a little redundant about the Chicago fire here. Boomtown is burning.
Built to a fever pitch in the years leading up to the national demonstration for an 8-hour workday on May 1st,
Hey, Market.
1886.
Police badge. Go.
The anarchist believes in peace, but not at the expense of liberty. He considers all political laws as violations of the laws of nature and the rights of man.
Alright, so 1919 race riots.
The abolition of all political laws and the restoration of the rights of man as nature has provided.
So, Western Electric companies began boarding the boat. Annual company picnic. And they were heading over to Michigan City. Everyone's ready to part. And it started to list. And it rocked. What the heck? Alright, so that number's not right. So it says 844 lives. So a bunch of young people going to enjoy their little vacation time. Young families. They knew the boat was unsafe. Always had problems with the ballast tanks tipping.
We assume that the rule of the majority is anarchy.
Civil rights movement has been shot to death in Memphis, Tennessee.
And we ask on behalf of
Martin Luther King.
stand up today and tonight and be proud of the grateful city and be proud of the city.
Alright, so now we got Chicagoland gangsters. So you got Al Capone and Dick Tracy. Chester Gold, he did his he wrote the comics for Dick Tracy out of Woodstock. He is buried, I believe, at the Lakeland Cemetery. Also, the guy that was associated with Mickey Cohen was from Woodstock also. What's it? John Stampanato Jr. He's also buried in the same cemetery as Chester Gold. And he was murdered by his girlfriend's mother, a famous actress, to do his comic and his comic strip. We got Capone over here. Let's see, what else we got? We got O'Bannon, Jaime Wise. So after O'Bannon got shot, Jaime took over. He was shot in front of Holy Name Cathedral. I think that's Bugs Moran there. Don't know that one off the top of my head, but... Alright, so... O'Bannon, he got like a two-handed handshake, and he was shot inside his flower shop. And it was in the parking lot of where the Holy Name Cathedral, but I think they just built a building on that parking lot. And then supposedly, I think Bugs Moran was supposed to be at the garage for the St. Valentine's Day massacre, but he showed up late, so he was not one of the people that got murdered that day. And he eventually died an old man, broken, penniless. And obviously Capone died of syphilis. So in Las Vegas, they have the wall from the garage where St. Valentine's Day massacre happened, which is now just an empty lot in Chicago. It's really cool. It kind of shows whose territory. So eventually Capone pushes Bugs out to Lake County, and these guys did not like Capone, and eventually the leader out here, he ended up in jail for like a kidnapping thing, as Capone was trying to take over his territory. Alright, so you got terrible Terry Drugans in Long Grove. He used to have a large flagpole that he had. It used to be super tall, and supposedly lightning hit it and it broke off, so you can still go to Long Grove, and there's a flag in front of one of the buildings across from the old bar. What is that, Old McHenry Road? And supposedly that flagpole was Drugan's flagpole. And he was supposedly having non-alcoholic alcohol. And he was associated with Capone eventually for protection. And he wore these silly glasses. Round glasses.
Yes, Al Capone pled guilty to tax evasion and conspiracy to violate probation.
So you got Capone's court transcript or whatever?
Transcripts.
Yeah.
During,
The court.
the stenographer wrote stuff down.
So there's a bunch of information here, but there's also not a bunch of information here. Alright, so Chicago Fire, World's Fair, Century of Progress, International Exposition, Fort Dearborn, Chicago Fire, Expedition, International. What are your suggestions? Why are you going to keep adding flags? Alright, so that's what the 4 stars mean. Migration and immigration. My kind of town. Alright, here we are. Alright, since we are in Old Town, we got Second City. A bunch of famous people came from Second City in Chicago.
I don't think the curtain's gonna move, but if it did, that would be really cute.
The curtain's not gonna move?
I don't think so.
It's just playing the song.
Perhaps. It's still cute.
And some Special Olympics. Some White Sox.
Are these the original seats?
Is that original Bulls floor?
Look, I won't trip over this one.
Yeah. We got some seats. Wait till next year. So we got some Chicago Bears stuff. Old football. Monsters of the Midway. And some Bulls.
This floor feels weird. And the big shoes.
Right.
For the Bulls. I think my brother or my dad had that hat at one point.
Scottie Pippen. So we were just driving past the building that used to have the Dennis Rodman stuff painted on the side, and now they just hang a tapestry on there.
It was very cool. It's the 97 Bulls.
Right.
So cool.
There's these guys, the 3-point. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen.
No. Bill Cartwright.
Tony Kukoc.
There you go. Oh, that's right. I remember Kukoc. My dad liked him.
I guess I could just read the names here and sound really smart, right?
Steve Kerr.
Bill Cartwright. Hartford. Where's it? Steve Kerr.
Yeah, that's the one. But more importantly, if you come over here,
Oh wow, the Blackhawks get a little corner.
They have a little corner.
Poor guys.
Look at that.
There better be another little section there to talk about the other guys.
They don't have helmets.
Yeah, only wussies wear helmets.
Only one guy's wearing a helmet.
The Cubbies, they've won the World Series. All right, we are moving on.
What is this?
What is this?
A travel and transport building. Is this an actual thing?
Is that the World's Fair thing?
I feel like it looks like something you would see out of Batman.
Yeah, World's Fair. This is World's Fair. Rainbow City.
I was there.
The World's Fair.
Sky Ride. What? Explain. Fair amusements? Is this like an amusement park section or something? Look,
Hold on.
that's the observatory.
The Planetarium.
That black. Yes. Yes. Old Mexico nightclub. All right. Nice.
So there used to be a couple amusement parks
Yes.
in Chicago.
Yeah. Pamphlet. This is a pamphlet. Oh wow. Look, it's a walnut. I don't know why. The World's Fair in a nutshell. Oh, how cute. Souvenir. That's cute.
And some of the amusement parks in Chicago was inspiration for Disneyland.
Mm-hmm. Disney Fair. Slideshow? Okay, slide.
Show.
Slide.
The designing of the World's Fair.
I
All right.
love this.
The art?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
To have at home.
Oh,
I agree.
in our entryway. That would be so cool to have that.
We do have that tall
So,
wall.
designing the fair.
Oh, look at that. Look, it's an ivory and gold scepter presented to Daniel Burnham, created by Spalding and Company. Didn't they make basketballs?
Spalding?
Yeah.
Yes. So the crazy thing about the World's Fair is that they made an artificial island so they wouldn't have to abide by building regulations for the city.
So pretty.
So now over by the Adler Planetarium and what music venue is it now?
The music venue?
Out on the island?
Oh, yeah. Don't.
Is it Northerly Island?
Yeah, it's a Goose Island.
Goose Island?
Yeah, I think so. I think.
I'm gonna look that up. All right, so Northerly Island was part of it. So they made this island so they wouldn't have to abide by all the regulations and stuff. So there you guys go.
Flip.
The marina. World's Fair. Oh, yeah, right there. Where's the picture?
Flip.
Right there.
This is so pretty. How cool would this have been to see?
All right. So, right there, you got the planetarium, or here on the corner. So, it used to be an amusement park all down Northerly Island.
And they just
It's really cool.
Gondolas.
Gondolas,
Pay at the gate.
pay at the gate,
Right?
the big statue.
Look how pretty this is. So pretty. That would have been amazing to see, huh?
Yeah.
This one's called
All right, we are
the
back.
Topper. I feel like I would wear this.
All right, so the old Riverview Park, White City. I think Carpetbagger was just at the carousel where they moved some of this stuff to its current location
In Georgia, I think they said.
in Georgia.
At that Six Flags.
Yep.
Which is sad because, I mean, we have a Six Flags, so.
A little bit more of the World's Fair stuff since the battery died out on me. So we saw some of the Buffalo Bills wagons that used to get pulled around by the Ringling Brothers.
I think we should have a carousel
What an island. That is the beach. Alright, the Dunes Beach. Ooh. This is such a sexy bathing suit. And that is not a girl's bathing suit. Nope, it is not.
It's also
made out of wool.
Only a special kind of person could pull that off.
Century of Progress exposition. Alright, so my mom used to go to Riverview Park and stuff, and when it closed, she got a whole bunch of tickets and stuff, and I really wish we would have had it, because they had the Aladdin's Castle guy.
There's no box.
Some of these rides look very scary. When are we going to show me the big guy with the turban on his head? Where is he?
Oh, look at Mary.
Is he not in here? Come on, guys. Better show me this.
No, I didn't see a big guy with a turban on here.
How do they not show that?
Frolic.
So, White City is another park. I don't remember which one it was, but one used to just be like target practice, where it was like a shooting club or something like that, and then eventually it kind of slowly became an amusement park. They used to just shoot at targets. Alright. Chicago Jazz and Blues. B.B. King. It's going to remind me of some Adventures of Babysitting.
Look, it's the Playboy Club.
The Playboy Club.
Susie wore this.
Susie? So in Lake Geneva, we would go to the Playboy Club, or my parents, my grandparents or something. I went to it when it was called Americana.
Costume.
Very distinctive. It's when I learned that I did not like the taste of coffee ice cream.
I like it.
Coffee ice cream.
It's good. So does Milo. I like it too. Wait, no, Milo does not like it.
My mom would buy coffee ice cream from the ice cream stand at Americana. And I was like, oh, it's ice cream. I'll like it. This is not true. I did not like it. So, Chicago Blues. Was it, Leah, was it B.B. King's house that they were talking about making it into like a museum or something?
Oh yeah, they did mention something like that, didn't they?
I wonder if that happened. Alright, so the department stores, the mail order, the Sears Roebuck Company, and Marshall Fields, Montgomery Ward's.
Look, it's a radio.
You used to be able to get everything out of your Montgomery Ward's catalog. Or your Sears catalog. What? You could buy a house.
Look, Montgomery Ward's.
They would sell you anything.
Sears.
A lot of the houses were just shipped to you in a kit.
And a doll, a Shirley Temple dolly. I used to love Shirley Temple dolly.
Marshall Fields.
Look at all the hats, Liddy.
Alright, so here is Crate and Barrel, which was their first original location was on Wells Street, which is right down the road from where we're at. So maybe we'll stop by and look at the first location of the first Crate and Barrel, where Harrison Ford used to work.
Crate and Barrel?
Crate and Barrel.
Wow.
For like a week.
Oh.
Before he was fired.
Oh, well, it wasn't his calling.
Yeah, carpentry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when we would set this up as kids?
They never played it
And
properly?
never played it properly? really. We just wanted them to do the mousetrap.
All right, so.
That's about 4 million.
All right, so now the Old Morton Salt thing is a music venue. So you get your Cracker Jacks, you got your Weber grills.
Radio flyers.
Bronze radio flyer.
Yeah.
That was from here too.
Yeah. Immigrant from Italy. They made radio flyers. We have
More toys. Lincoln Logs. We love our some Tinker Toys and some Lincoln Logs.
oh look the World Book Encyclopedia. Yeah, Britannica. I think I had these.
Who didn't?
Right? But ours didn't have the fancy pictures on it though, like that. It was just.
All right, form, false function. You got some H-bomb stuff over there on the left. We'll get to that. All right. Architects. Some of the buildings. You got the Sears Tower. The Hancock Center. So Hancock is where Chris Farley died.
That's sad.
It is sad. He died in his apartment, house, whatever you want to call it. Also, Poltergeist 3, right?
In the Hancock, yeah.
In the Hancock. The, what did we call that? The tilt? The tilt up on top is really cool.
That's right, we did the tilt, and the sky deck is over at the Sears.
Yeah, the sky deck at the Sears isn't as cool. I think the Hancock has a better experience up there.
Because you get the tilt. It wasn't that, it's not that scary.
No, it was cool. The home insurance building decoration.
Look at this chair. It's a prototype. No, it's not. That's a prototype. This is a maple armchair with leather upholstery made by Abel. Not going to try to pronounce it.
All right. Abel Fiddy?
Sure.
Fiddy?
Nope.
What's up, Fiddy?
Park Ridge.
Calo Shop? Warehouse?
Oh, and there's Frank Lloyd Wright coming up, and here it is.
The Calo Shop?
Look at this.
Union Stockyard.
Got some stained glass.
It's pretty. There you go. Here's some Frank
Robert
Lloyd Wright
Irving.
stuff. Oak. Side chairs.
All right, silver Frank Lloyd Wright stuff.
Yeah. Those are his chairs. That's his table. It's a walnut sewing table.
The downside about a lot of these Frank Lloyd Wright things is they don't let you go there with kids, and we got a lot of them, so we haven't been able to explore them.
Whose fault is that?
This guy. But we want to do Falling Water and a couple of the other ones over by
Copper Urn.
what do we call the place over where oh my god, House on the Rock is?
Oh, yeah.
Green something.
What's that again?
Green Spring something. I don't know,
Something.
over by Baraboo.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of Frank Lloyd Wright houses.
Yeah, there was a really pretty one that we couldn't go to because I think it was, like you said, kids under a certain age are not allowed to go
Yeah,
inside.
even Falling Water, I don't think they allow kids. They allow them out on the outside, but they don't allow them inside. There's a stock exchange.
What are these gates from? Is this from the stock exchange also? Iron. Oh, these are elevator grills from the stock exchange building. Yes.
Okay.
For elevators. I think we need this in our house.
Sure. Hang it up.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
We have that huge wall.
Yeah, we need something. All right, you ready for some H-bomb history?
Oh.
Did you know that the Manhattan Project has some ties here to Chicago?
Did you know that my uncle, he's passed, but you met his wife. He was part of this project.
The Manhattan Project? Awesome. Did you know that Orson Welles went to a school with one of the other guys from the Woodstock area that worked on the H-bomb as well?
Jump back.
Orson Welles.
Here, children.
All right, I did not know that the birth control pill was at Abbott Laboratories.
Hey!
So they stop babies from happening.
How do you stop that?
I don't know.
I don't.
There's the Hall House.
What's Hall House?
Alright. So kind of like a housing project where they take care of the poor families and stuff.
Those who live there are men and women. Who are these? They're not statistics. Good. Thank you very much. And there's much more you can say during the next trip to Chicago.
Thank you.
Now I would advise it quickly. With those who may have seen them late. Some of the finest public service Chicago ever had.
So we have public housing.
What is the next step, would you say? Step.
I would like to crack the shell.
We are moving on. We have looped back. Alright, so they got a private event going on here. Someone's getting married. Alright, so we got Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, I know we're going to be married, love.
Civil War.
Lincoln stuff. Lydia, Abraham Lincoln stuff.
Gettysburg Address. The assassination. Conspiracy.
Oh, okay. Why? Why do you? And then
Is
this.
that his death mask?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Death mask. Yeah. So like life mask.
Life
I think
mask?
that's him.
So what is that?
Is this the bed?
That,
Is that his head?
I don't know if it's like. I mean, I don't know if
I
it's
would
the
think
actual.
they would still
bed.
have it at
Yeah, the house.
The hotel. Was it a hotel that
It's an inn. Yeah, hotel. inn,
across the
hotel.
street?
Yeah. But I'm assuming that it's
From the Ford
like,
Theater?
It's a replica, right? I'm reading.
1865.
Bed.
It autographed his head. Life mask, not death mask.
Life mask.
Alright, so this is a private event.
This is where we're gonna get married.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So a bunch of portraits and stuff. Alright.
Oh, women's is on that side. Okay, sorry.
Alright. Abraham Lincoln. Camp Douglas. Mary Civil War. And a couple others. Alright, so they got these little touch screens here that'll actually show you where these locations are. So, I mean, that's really cool. What? 90 Indian Trail Road? So the crazy thing about all these old roads, they used to be all Indian trails.
Oh.
So
Do you know these ones? The Broad. Oh, that's
a Frank Lloyd Wright.
That's Frank Lloyd Wright. Chicago Pilot. No. This is the World. So this is the World's Fair. That's World's Fair.
That's what it is, yeah. Oh, that's it.
McCormick?
No, that's the Columbia.
Oh, then this is the World's Fair.
That's the
Yeah,
World's
World's
Fair.
Fair. Yeah, President Obama.
Where are we?
You want to try to find where we live?
All right, so there's Fort Dearborn.
Fort Dearborn, that's another
That's
one.
where the Chicago fire started. The Haymarket Affair. There's Clark Street. Oh, so we're right down the street from where the garage was, huh?
Yeah, look,
Because we are in Clark, huh?
St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Wrigley Field, Edgewater Beach Motel.
Here's Evanston.
How far are we going?
Kenilworth, Winnetka, Glen
Are we gonna make it?
Oh, no, we're not gonna make it.
They don't have where we live.
They don't have,
We got a bunch of places that I've done working, but
Cook County. They have a lot of Cook County. Hartford, we did work here. Rosemont, we did here. Here's O'Hare.
so you got, this is where we get our confections. For some reason I didn't know. Is that a different name now?
Maybe.
Oh.
Blackhawks.
That's it. The Parade, right? Or is that just United Center?
I think this is United Center because look,
This is
it's
United
Bulls
Center.
and
Chicago Adventure. So I got a movie playing in here. All right, Facing Freedom in America. All right, here's the Pullman Porters. They used to make the train cars. Alright, so we got a bunch of public protests. From unions. Bunch of union striking and Japanese internment camps, slavery. Women right forward. Alright. Women for the voting rights. And even American Indians, they didn't have any rights to vote. They take their land, and then they don't give them the right to vote, so they couldn't be a part of the process while everyone's making laws dictating what they're going to do with them, and they didn't even get a voice. Civil War. Old school dominoes. I like me some dominoes. Human rights. School boycotts. Better wages. Boycott grapes. Farm workers. Pullman porters and maids. So they did the strike, and they got, I think they got the railroad workers to join them. 1950s. All right, Taiwan. Lots of things to read. Alright, so here's like dioramas.
The horses right here, but then that part
Indians and settlers, probably
so it's just like horses.
John Kizzy Cat.
No, that was traditional.
Out of order. Doesn't work.
Chicago fire left a third of the city's population homeless.
Yeah, so different.
Oh, maybe we could go. And then when the boat's coming, that boat can go there.
Crazy. So it used to pivot to let the boats through instead of raising. Alright, so there was a herd of cattle on there and it stampeded to one side because of a tugboat whistle and caused it to collapse. Alright, another Chicago fire. All the burn zone. That's so crazy. Ruins. Washington Park and the racetrack. Start the race. It's very dark in here. Alright, the first Ferris wheel at the World's Fair. Nighttime. Yeah, so here's the McCormick Theater inside here. So they show a movie. I think it was called like The Adventure of Chicago or something. Citizen soldier Robert McCormick was a citizen soldier, a lifeline advocate for veterans. World War I, Russia, Chicago Tribune. Later joined the Illinois National Guard, served the Illinois Cavalry, Texas-Mexican border. McCormick volunteered service in France when he took command of the 1st Battalion, 1st Field Artillery Regiment, U.S. 1st Division. Fought for a year, including the Battle of Cantigny. First offensive of the war. He returned to the U.S. ready. New command for overseas duty ended Colonel McCormick renamed his farm Wheaton, Illinois, to honor the battle. He was reserve colonel until 1929 and was active in the military and veteran affairs for the rest of his life. Alright, we are in the gift shop. Got some Abraham Lincoln, Al Capone stuff, fire, about the Chicago fire, history, some t-shirts. Get yourself some Wrigley's gum and some Dad's root beer. Alright, we are heading out. That was the Chicago History Museum. I'm gonna go check out some stuff behind here and maybe head over to the zoo.